Ninja moves.
Inkpulp Live. Sean, I'm rocking the green tonight for the Doom, the Doctor Doom.
Oh, I was going to ask you about the jacket. Yes.
Got to rock the
Yes.
green. We're going to
The
be
Dr.
rocking Jack Kirby creation, Doctor Doom.
Yes.
Don't know if you know this, Sean, but the incredible Jorge Corona is joining us tonight.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a surprise. I'm throwing it at you last minute.
I had no idea. It's not like I did not.
He's here.
Not like I recorded a promo for this at all.
I orchestrated all this on my own. Just Jamie and I. We were surprising you.
Oh, Jamie, was that AI Sean used in the promo?
That's exactly what it was, Sean. That's exactly what it was.
He's a handsome devil, that guy.
That was incredible use of AI.
Guys, I always actually, can the audience see the names we have on like in the lower left-hand corners under us? I always try to have like a nice creative theme name. Jamie,
I'm just shamelessly promoting. Just
shameless. That's fine. But Jim, I'm surprised.
You do great. I mean, I could actually. Well, I'll wait till later, but I'm like, I can go in and edit that while we're drawing.
But instead of MF Doom, you got SC Doom here tonight.
It should have been either Dr. Food or MF
Oh,
Food.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I wish I could have done that. Dr.
So obvious, man. So obvious.
Or Jim, Foodoom.
Foodoom.
That's a good one.
Elvin Ching, one of my favorite artists out there right now in the chat. Chris Berry in the chat. Steve Coffin, 9-panel grid. You guys, thanks so much. Daniel Woodhouse in the house.
Oh shit. Everyone's here. Daniel Goodwin's
all of our homies.
What up?
Thank you for joining us.
9-panel grid. All the peoples.
Sean, can we do a little promo and then we'll bring
Let's do it.
Jorge on. I'm not trying to jump the gun. We just have a big show tonight, folks. Big show.
We do. And Jorge's we got a lot to talk about with Jorge. So
big show tonight. Jamie, if you can show some imagery, I will narrate to this imagery, to said imagery. And here we go. Because Jamie selected it. My third and final cover for the amazing Tom Scioli, Godzilla's Monster Piece Theater, in comic shops today. So fun. Tom, thank you for having me along for the ride on this. I had a blast. That's in stores today. Wanted to pimp that. And then, we got the proofs. We got the patches for Savage Street Vigilante. Each one of you guys will be getting this with your order if you ordered through the Kickstarter. Appreciate your love. We did this as a gift stretch goal to everybody who bought the product. So these are in production. We got some more fan art, Sean. The fan art is still.
Yes, I saw this on Instagram. It's amazing.
It's still coming in. This is
still coming in. Still.
Alex David Morris on Instagram. Super badass. Nice. This is Sam McClurg. So Sam,
nice.
I think you mailed me a package to the PO box weeks and weeks ago. This just showed up like a week ago, dude. So I've been having some problems with my local post office just because of snow, weather, blizzards, and all this shit's been late and delayed. So Sam sent me some other art.
Okay, I'm sorry. This Midwest postal shit is.
Yeah. It's been awkward, man. And I've had some people buy stuff through my web store and complain about things not getting to them. It's like, you just have to be patient, man. Everything's
I remember going to your PO box with you and they couldn't find your PO box. It's like they came to you like, you sure you have one? You're like, yes, I have one. And they went back like, oh, okay, we found it.
So I'm being patient, but I've been having some issues with them. And so Sam sent me some other artwork, Sean. We'll look at that on our next show where we do mailbag. But I wanted to shout out him because he did a really dope Savage Street Vigilante piece here.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I've got some stuff from Sam for the mailbag too. That'll be good.
Nice. And this is Ilu Nikolai on Instagram. Nikolai is super dope artist. He sent me some stuff
that's cool.
Before.
This is that interpretation of the Arachnid Enforcer. That's awesome.
This is great. This is for Arachnid Enforcer Kickstarter coming up. And then he also did another Savage Street Vigilante, which is just
colors on that.
Super dope, man. Look at that green gauntlet.
I know the magenta, cyan, aqua, and green like that. I like that color combo.
Really
I use
badass.
it quite a bit.
Yeah. Super dope. And then Jamie, I just had 2 links, if you don't mind, and then I will shut up and let Sean pimp his stuff. Yes. David Lapham, Robert Venditti, our buddies.
Venditti. Dude, Robert lives right near me. We're friends too.
Shit. Okay. Hank Howard, Pizza Detective. This book looks awesome. So I'm doing a variant cover for Jonathan Wayshak's book called Cul-de-sac at Vault Comics. And Vault asked me if we could promote this Kickstarter for them. And they're going to promote the late pledge for my Savage Street Vigilante. So I said, of course. And also, it's David Lapham's.
Yeah.
Well, of course, we're going to promote David.
Dude, I was just lost.
These guys are awesome. These guys are incredible.
Yeah. David is one of my favorite cartoonists, and Stray Bullets is my all-time favorite comic.
Yeah. Stray Bullets, if you guys have not ever read it, it's one of the greatest creator-owned comic books in the history of comics. It's incredible.
It really is. And maybe that's the show we should do. We should have David on and do a Stray Bullets show.
Oh, that'd be incredible.
Who would you know?
Reach out to him.
Draw?
Reach out to him if you don't mind.
You would draw Amy Racecar, I bet.
For sure. Yeah.
I would draw Monster, I bet.
That's my girl, Amy Racecar. But
and then there was Spanish. I might draw him. Spanish. Fuck, I forget his first name. He's one of the other characters. But go ahead. I'm derailing everything right now.
But yeah, Robert and David just. This is a no-brainer. I mean, if you haven't backed this yet, you should just back this now. Basically, it's going to be a winner. So shout out to Vault Comics. And
is Vault in the UK? Oh, it's on pounds because Jamie's bringing it up. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. Vault is. Are they LA?
I don't know.
But anyway, yeah. So I wanted to plug that for them, and then. Jamie, I just had one more, which was my original art available on Albert Moy's website right now.
Nice.
We did an art drop last week, and then Albert's going to have like 40 pieces of mine at OAX this weekend. I won't be there, but my art will be there. So check it out. Sean, that Punisher piece I did on our show, that sold, and the dude who bought it is picking it up at OAX.
That's awesome, bro.
So
congrats. Yeah. Love to see that. And speaking of OAX.
Oh, shit. Let's do it.
Bum. I'll be at OAX. I'll be missing my brother, Jim, because he's got more important places to go. Better places. Well, I don't know about better, but I'm jealous. But yeah, I'll be at OAX. I'm going to have all the art from Inkpulp Live available there. So if there's a piece you've been eyeing, stop by. Oh, speaking of OAX, I'll show you guys. I'm working on this commission right now. It's not done. I got to do all the highlights, but this painted.
Oh shit, dude! You added all the color since this morning.
Yeah, I got to do the opaque. Like I got to do all the highlight opaque work on Hellboy in the coffin, and then the stained glass window, and I'll be done.
Damn.
So
yeah, that red's popping, man.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming together. It's coming together.
That red is
so I'll be at OAX, and then Jamie, there was another image. Yeah, here we go. Don't forget, I'm coming to KC for PlanetCon. March 21st to 23rd. And I have had people ask me about tattooing. Speaking of that, Jamie, can I have the camera real quick? I'm official.
Yeah.
I've got my license, my certification. So
Sean is now a sperm donor. He's a registered sperm donor.
Yes. Now you can get shitty tattoos, but they're legal. But a few people have asked me about getting tattooed while I'm there, so I'm trying to reach out to a local shop to see if I can like pay a sitting fee and maybe spend a day or two there beyond the con to tattoo some people's, but I'll let you know on the show when I find out. And then one more thing I got to promote. This beauty.
Oh, yeah.
So there's this gallery and book publisher in France that did a retrospective on the career of Klaus Janson, legend. And this book is what's in the show. It's blowing out a bit, but it is just, it's all black and white. Just, it's Klaus's career. It's elements of everything. It's so gorgeous. And I was honored that they asked me to write a blurb about Klaus for the book. But there's a ton of people in here, from like Somni to Cliff Chang, Mark Chiarello. There's a whole bunch of people who chipped in and wrote. So that publisher, you can order this book, and I highly recommend it because it's a damn pretty collection. And it's like an artist edition. The black and whites in there are not cleaned up. The scans are raw, so you can see all the whiteout and all that jazz. So,
dude,
Jamie,
I can't wait to get a hold of one of those.
It's gorgeous.
That's a definite.
Jamie, yeah, you got to get it. Jamie, if you can pin the link in the comments, people can order that. That'd be great. I highly recommend it.
I'll get that ready right now.
One little thing, but I'm going to pimp right before we bring Jorge on. Got proofs from the printer for the print set for the Savage Street Vigilante.
Nice.
So if you guys ordered the print set, these things printed out beautifully, man. It's like, look at that blue.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty.
And these are printed on a really nice kind of lightly textured rag paper.
Is that from Luma Prints?
Yeah. But dude, look at that line work. It printed out.
Yeah, they print so good.
Really, really, really great. Like, just so.
Yeah, I love. Oh, damn.
Really happy with these. You got the cat burglar girl. No copyright infringements here. Just cat burglar girl, cat thief. And then we got the incredible Ryan Barry print. If you guys ordered Ryan's print,
that is so good.
Shout out to Ryan Barry.
So good.
So Sean, the printer's proof for the actual comic book for the Savage Street Vigilante comic was supposed to arrive at my doorstep today. It was supposed to arrive on Monday. And with all the weather bullshit going on, it got delayed till today. And then they delayed it from today till tomorrow. So I thought I was going to be showing on screen tonight, on camera, the actual finished comic book. And then, I'm going to approve that and say, yes, go to print with these. And they keep teasing me, man. They keep fucking with me, man.
Dude, your mail where you live sucks. Like, your mail system is fucked.
Yeah.
Ooh, I see Doom pencils. Those look good.
Look at these. I'm actually penciling now, Sean, for these shows. I'm taking all this very seriously.
I'm going to move my camera so we can see my pencils too.
Can we bring on our special
guest? Bring on our special guest.
Oh shit! Okay,
there he is. There he is.
Hey,
Jorge.
Cheers to you, buddy.
Cheers to you. That was faster than I thought it was going to be. All right.
Oh shit! Sorry. Yeah, we did.
You're good.
We sometimes do 20 minutes, but this show we want to spend hanging out with you and rapping with you. So
lots to talk about. Talk.
We how are you, first of all?
Doing good, man. Doing really
nice.
Good. Yeah. No,
Jorge, why?
Sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, why when I post my pencils do you say I'm cheating? I didn't understand that one.
Well, because you didn't send instructions with this whole situation.
Okay,
so
that's fair.
So when I saw about like 2 hours before going live that you were like, preemptively mapping out your whole feed, I was like, well, now I need to rush. I can't be caught this way.
The reason I do that is because I put the pencils up. I did it on our first episode, and people loved like downloading the pencils, printing them out, and inking along with. And then after the show, they all post them, and I repost them all. So it's become like a thing. So it's like,
that's cool. I mean, honestly, that idea I do love. I just felt betrayed. It's all.
I'm sorry. You know what? I am in the process of.
You weren't informed. You weren't informed on what was going on.
Yeah.
Now my brother's throwing me under the bus.
You're gonna come here, just no pencils.
Jorge comes in, causes division, all kinds of stuff. I'm having flashbacks to Abu Dhabi already.
Dude,
oh my god!
Oh, that trip!
That was so fun.
You're gonna learn,
So
Sean,
good.
that in this episode,
Right.
Jorge's like my favorite artist right now in the world. So I'm gonna take his side on everything.
Yeah.
I
That's
can
fair.
weaponize
That's
this
fair.
aggressively.
That's
All right, I'm gonna switch to my other thing so we can all see our pencils. There we go. All right.
Look at that.
All right. Nice. Oh,
Nice.
shit. That is awesome.
Yeah, is that
Oh,
doing
that's
okay?
such a cool dune. Yeah.
Cool.
It's already
Yeah.
a banger. You're
Damn,
good to
did
go.
you just bang that out in like 5 minutes? That's insane.
Not 5, but like, yeah, I had to rush after you
Yeah, but
betrayed
that's
me
so
in such
good.
a way.
You banged it out so fast.
Listen, I appreciate that you guys let me, have an excuse to draw some Doom. So I'm not gonna waste it.
So,
dude,
everyone
yeah.
out there, the running joke between me and Jorge is we were in Abu Dhabi and he doesn't ink with a brush, although I think you do, Jorge. I think you do.
Like I'm lying to you? Like I just
No. I think now you do. I see some marks. I'm like, that looks like a brush. I think I got through to you.
not even a little bit. I'm still very comfortable.
So it became a joke about like real inkers use a brush. Like I'm not serious when I say that, but to Jorge and I, we were having this fun time, and we had an inking panel together, and I was such a smart ass on the inking panel.
You're giving me so much shit.
Oh shit!
It was a lot of fun.
No,
Only in
but
Abu Dhabi can you get away with
only
that.
in Abu Dhabi can you get that kind of content.
But Jorge, I did want to ask you on the promo image, what were you inking with?
So the one that shows up actually in the image.
Yeah, the
one that I'm
one that
holding?
we used for the thumbnail for the show.
Yeah, so I use a bunch of stuff, but the one that I was holding is this one. Oh, my camera is mirrored. Let me see if I can. Or it's not.
It looked like a parallel pen, but it's a calligraphy pen.
Wait, can you read it straight now?
Yeah. What does that say?
Calligraphy. Yeah, it's a calligraphy.
Oh, calligraphy. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is it, like
No.
a felt tip?
No, so this one is like a chisel, but like a very tiny chisel tip.
Oh, I see.
So that one, I used to use the Pilot ones a lot too.
Yeah. That's why I was surprised. I saw that and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, but with that was what's that?
Is that a Posca marker?
No, this one is a
That's the
Tombow.
calligraphy.
This one is the Tombow, and this one I
that's
do for
the Tombow.
most of my line work is with the Tombow, and then details and stuff I do either with that calligrapher or microns. So it depends. Let's see if I can.
And dude, that's true for your interior comic book work.
Yeah.
Wow,
No,
okay.
I use and I use I do what is the Pentel pocket brush for.
Aha! I knew it.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not an animal. But no, but yeah. So I use that one when I want to do, more dry brush and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's what I thought
Right.
I was seeing in your work.
yeah, no, I definitely use that, and then hopefully we'll get all the time to finish all this, but I also use the China marker. I could show it actually. This one. Do I have a new one? I don't know if I have a new one, but this.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah, for this one I use for you can mimic dry brush or kind of like a smoother fading. With that one it gives you like almost like a crayon texture to it. And it translates really nice once you threshold your image. So
So you use the threshold feature. I got you.
yeah. I don't know. It's kind of like how I started doing this, and I have a lot of colorist friends, and I feel like they would put pins on my doll if I don't threshold my images. So,
Right.
so yeah.
So, man, all of your comic book interiors are done on paper. Are you doing digital sometimes as well?
Yeah, so I do for everything basically. Yeah, for most of my work, I do digital pencils, and then I print them in blue line, and then I ink traditionally. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And why do you pencil digitally? Is it just faster and easier?
It's faster for me because of editing. Basically, I can go in. And if a proportion, if in a body or the perspective is not quite right, I can just go in real fast and edit it. And once I have all of that, then I can move to traditional inks. And mostly I do traditional inks because inking digitally just gets me. I don't know. Like it's not that I depend. First of all, I haven't found a way to ink digitally that I can mimic what I do traditionally, and also I get too slow because I want to get like that perfect line, and Command C or Control C is right there, so it's very easy to kind of go through that and never pass one single stroke.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But dude, you're I can already tell you're a fast inker and drawer because you're already cranking along. Like you're doing your thing.
Yeah, no, so it took me a while, but I realized that especially for inking back in the day, I wanted to, like, I was trying to get, like Sean, obviously know this, but like I came out of SCAD, and you get taught in all these different ways to use different art supply, whatever it is, but I kept trying to be like a professional inker, like nice, smooth. What your idea of an inker should be is like nice, smooth, clean lines, and I kept noticing that even on the things that I was looking at, what I like was more sketchy. It was more of a sketch energy than anything else. So it wasn't until it wasn't until actually Middle West with Scotty that I figure out a way to ink that for me kept that sketch energy, but still was readable and could do all the things kind of that I needed my pages and my illustrations to do. And yeah, since then I haven't looked back, but because I do that kind of sketchy approach, then I can move pretty fast.
Oh yeah, man. And dude, I mean, it looks like you're having a good time, right? You're having a great time doing your work?
Man, it would be really, really bad if I didn't. But yeah, no, it's and that's kind of the point, right? Like that was kind of the thing. It was we spend so much time just drawing, just in front of a drafting table, in front of a paper, whatever. That like if you're not having a good time with what you're doing and how you're approaching what you're doing, it's like, why are we even here for?
Right.
Yeah.
That was because we were talking before we hit the live button to go to do the show, and we started talking. I was like, wait, I'm not going to ask him any of these questions. I'm just going to wait till we get on the show because this is all good stuff. But I mean, man, when I saw your work on Middle West and then also the Me You Love in the Dark with Scotty, like phenomenal work. But then last year and so far this year with doing, Transformers with Daniel Warren and Ain't No Grave with Scotty, like I feel like you've dramatically like leveled up your drawing game, and everything is sort of in this explosive mode right now, but it's also like, dude, how are you spending like 14 hours a day at the drawing table, or like how are you physically able to even do this amount of work?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, again, yeah, I mean, my I feel like I thought, so the thing that happened, we were already, I want to say, on issue 2 or 3 of Ain't No Grave when suddenly I got the email for Transformers, and I was like, well, man, I cannot waste this opportunity to work on this. And I was like, okay, so let's figure out if I can make it work schedule wise. And I just couldn't stop to do the 3 remaining issues of Ain't No Grave, and then at the same time, have Transformers coming out on time. So the beginning of the year, I want to say, was it? Yeah, last year. Yeah, we're in 2025. God, I can't get used to that.
I know, man. I know. I feel you.
But yeah, so the beginning of the year of 2024 was just nonstop, right? So I didn't wrap up Ain't No Grave until, I want to say, June or July of last year. And so those first 6 months were nonstop. It was just I would do a full issue of Transformers, jump to whether it was pencils or, so I broke it out like that. So, I would do an issue of Transformers and then jump to doing the pencils for an issue of Ain't No Grave. I would stop that, do the next issue of Transformers, and then jump to the inks of the issue that I penciled before, and that was kind of the pace for the last 3 issues of Ain't No Grave.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was pretty intense in the sense of I didn't have too many days that I could take off, right? So when it comes to time per day, that can shift because the way I do it is I set myself with daily goals. So I do two pages a day of whatever it is, whether it's inks or pencils, and that could take me, a normal amount of time, or it could be okay. So I'm here from 8 to 8 or whatever, whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So I balance it out a little bit that way because usually for pencils, my days are shorter, but then once I'm going to jump into inking, then the days get a little bit longer.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Because like the quality of the work you're doing is I'm just buying everything you're doing, dude. Cause I mean, we're friends, but I'm also just like looking at this work you're making and I'm like, this is very exciting, very, very inspiring to see this level of someone just crushing it, dude. It's awesome. And one thing I wanted to show off as well, dude, is my theory of your art. I have a scientific theory behind some of the stuff you're doing.
Good.
And I was going to say the show, and this is the reason why I know you picked Dr. Doom. You are one of the masters of fabric and texture. So on Ain't No Grave, just look at this cover alone. Your mastery of fabric and shapes is its own like design and storytelling device in a way. It's just like very, very stunning. And the death character in Ain't No Grave, like it's basically this clothed, flowing, dark figure. The reversal, almost the yin to the yang of that in Transformers is you're doing all metal and blocky, boxy, metallic textures, but there's still something organic about it. Like obviously, like you're not using a ruler to draw these characters, even though they're made straight edges. You and Daniel both approach drawing the Transformers as there's like a flexibility to their metal or their construction, basically. So that Dr. Doom, Jorge, is made of fabric and metal. So
Oh, shit.
proves
Jim's
my
right to
theory
pieces.
correct that you are drawn to anything. Like we're gonna collaborate one day on a creator-owned book, and it's just gonna be called Fabric Man.
Fabric Man.
And it's just gonna be the guy's just gonna be a towel. It's just like a flowing towel
With mechanical parts just popping in and out, kind of.
with mechanical tendrils that choke and kill people.
I like this idea.
So,
I like this idea a lot.
But man,
if you don't call me first, I'm gonna be so mad.
What'd you say?
If you do this idea and you don't call me first, I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm gonna call you.
Dude, Jim is fanboying right now. I don't think I've ever seen this in Jim. He's
well, no.
fanboy.
Here's the deal. I don't get impressed that often when I go into the comic shop, and I still go like almost once a week or once every 2 weeks because I love comic books still, and I like to see like what's going on. Most of the shit on the shelf doesn't really impress me. It all looks like photoshopped, gleamy, airbrushy AI sort of looking art. Jorge, Daniel Warren, the rest of our immediate crew, everyone is still bringing a level of like texture and old school pure skill to the game. So when I see that, I just have to like shout it out.
I agree.
Thank you, man. That really does mean a lot, man. And I'm gonna tell you why you like my shit is because when I was trying to figure out how to ink in a way that felt comfortable to me, I was looking at a lot of your shit. So it's this weird, recognition of style. Because here's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing. And Sean, this goes to you as well. Because my approach, and I saw it a lot. I mean, obviously, you both have very distinct, different style, but it was you nailed it when you said like shapes are my thing, right? I love shapes. Shapes are that's the way my brain works. When I'm drawing, I try to look for shapes that complement each other, shapes that form the general. Whether it's anatomy, whether it's composition, whatever it is that I'm doing, but because because my brain goes into very geometrical, very kind of mapped out. I don't know how to say it. Less organic. Let's say it like that. It's less organic shapes and it's more
geometric. Geometric.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Geometric, hard like angles and shapes and stuff like that. Then when I was trying to ink in a way that would complement that, it came out a little bit too clean and too.
Man, you are talking about my journey.
Absolutely, and I see it. That's kind of what I said because it's like I know, like your shape language when you design your characters, it's so obvious, but then your inking comes in and it's all texture, right? It's all about how can I make. I mean, you do what kind of paper do you do? Because you do like your paper has texture, has like
a
some
lot
grit.
of
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that, man. I love that. So it was a lot of trying to figure out how to mix those two, how to mix the more kind of whatever right or left part of my brain with with the other one, with the looser one, the one that are
right.
Yeah. That could have fun with mistakes and had fun with lines that were more expressive and more and less rigid, I guess.
Right.
So again, it's wild because I mean, again, I've been doing this not for that long. I've been working. Well, I guess now it's been that long. I've been doing comics for 12 years, I want to say by now. Yeah. So, but when I was starting, I was looking at all of you guys' work and trying to figure out what was the thing that would click, right? That was like, why is this art clicking with me? What am I looking at that really that I really respond to? And that, again, that took a good 6 years of those 12 or something like that.
Yeah. Figuring things out, man, is like the big part of the journey of every artist. Like just
absolutely,
figuring out what language you want to speak with your work. You know, I mean, that I don't know if that's too abstract and arty farty, but it's like you really kind of have to figure out, like, well, what is my work about, and what style am I going for? What is there a specific school that I'm fitting in with the way I'm doing my work, or am I just kind of doing my own thing? Or, you know, these are all things you don't need to be stressed out and try and figure them all out right at the beginning at the same time. But it's something that, and some of them just come naturally over time. Some of the answers just evolve almost like on their own, you know? But it's always, it's an interesting journey for every artist. It's, you know.
Yeah. And do you guys find, like you were talking about finding your thing, but when you start to like get into a confidence zone, you're like, okay, I found my thing. Do you guys feel like, okay, now I got to figure out a new thing, or I got to take this thing and do more other things with this? Like, I can't get settled into one thing.
That's a good question. I feel like where I'm at now with my work, I'm sometimes on automatic pilot mode, where I feel like I know the way that I render, I know the way I lay down lines, I know the way that I approach what I'm doing. You know, I also have a couple different things. Like my approach to doing comics and sequentials is obviously different than doing like my ballpoint moleskin sketchbook drawings in the morning.
Right.
So I've got a couple different things that
that freestyle, like pen sketching, that's not that old for you.
Yeah. I mean, I've always drawn straight and pen in sketchbooks of some sort.
The way
but the
new that rollerball is new, right?
That's a newer, just last couple years kind of, I guess, sort of discovery. But it feels super right and super natural for like what I'm already doing.
Yeah, I love it. And it is like, I think what happens is we reach a point where our drawing language is unmistakably ours, but the way we choose to ink it or bring it to a finish, we experiment. And that's what I'm seeing in your Ballpoint Slayer books. It's like, yeah, those are Jim's drawings, but those lines I'm seeing, that's a new language.
Yes. Yeah. That's a good way of putting it, man. Yeah. It's like you learn, you're still being you, but you're adding to the language of you. You're right. You know, that's, and I love that shit, man. Like that's exciting.
Me too. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I feel like it's not like, for me, it hasn't been like I feel like I need to do something new. It's just that I kind of see something that someone else is doing that is like, oh, that looks fun. And then I see if I can apply it to my own work, and that's kind of how, you know, the able, like, keep on moving kind of happens naturally, because then it's just, oh, this worked out, this didn't work out, and kind of what we were talking about, getting to a style. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily like you're gonna find your style and never move from it. You're just gonna find the things that click with you, and the way to do that is to keep kind of working, is kind of keep creating stuff and putting it out and seeing what works best and what doesn't.
Right. Jorge, since you're so geometric based, and I am too, I'm curious, why do you, like, for me, I look at my work and I'm like, when I just embrace, it's not that long ago when I really just was like, I'm going to embrace this. But when I embraced the like geometric shape language I use, I guess I steered away from it because I felt like it looked rudimentary, like I didn't understand things, so I had to make them into geometric shapes.
Mm-hmm.
But then after doing it for a while, I'm like, no, this is actually just how I see. So for me, it's easier for me to understand what I'm looking at when I can see like planimetric surfaces or geometric shape.
Yeah.
Is that the same for you?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like even when looking at anatomy books and stuff like that, when they break it down into straight planes, that's when I
Yes.
understand better what
Yeah.
I'm looking at. And
So-
then yeah.
So for you, did you discover? For me, discovering George Bridgman, it was like someone gave me the keys to the universe, and I finally understood what I was trying to do.
Okay.
Is that the case with you?
A little bit. I consume things like a maniac, so it's never been just one single approach that kind of like clicked. It's just by looking at a lot of things at the same time that things started clicking a little bit better for me. So there's I actually wait. I might have it around here. Give me just 1 second. There's a collection of anatomy books that I really like. Oh, maybe, yeah. Yeah. So this one,
Oh wow, I never saw this one.
yeah. There's a bunch. They have well, you can see here, and
I want to get these.
these are
Oh,
great.
damn.
I love
Nice.
them because again, and kind of you can see.
Oh wow,
This
dude.
this is more like the gesturing is in the line work is way more organic, which I like to see. But the construction is very much they break it
Is
apart.
this all one artist?
Wow.
who drew
Let
it?
me double check with the other ones because again I mostly have gotten yes, so it is. You can see.
Where did you get these, Jorge? Did you order them online?
Yes, I ordered them online.
I'm getting these like tomorrow. These look amazing.
Yeah, Morpho is the series. But they're really good. And again, they break apart like you have things you can see. But yeah, when they break apart the body in more geometrical ways, or when that's when things start clicking for me a lot more. And then you can do more organic rendering on top of that. And that's
Totally. Yeah. It gives you a solid structure. Once I have a solid structure, I can riff.
Exactly. So it was a lot of things. I think one of it was way back in the day, but it was when I was reading like at the same time Crimson and Danger Girl. So
Nice.
you had two very different approaches, but both of those were J. Scott Campbell would break bodies almost like toys. Like would break up almost like toys, and that thing just clicked for me. It was like, oh, here it is. I can see all the parts of the body, and this was way before I even, I was just drawing stuff for my own sake. It wasn't anything professional in any way. But that kind of clicked with me, and then you have Umberto, who is just, I mean, his shapes are just. They were just great back in the day, and they're still great in how he pushes. But again, it's very much shape oriented in a way.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah. So that was kind of my build up, and then I mean Scotty knows because I've told him by this point, but it was wild, but because he was the other one who I was also looking at a lot. It was back in the DeviantArt days. So
sure,
yeah. So that was kind of my learning grounds for comic book art and stuff. And yeah, it's all people who Scotty and I had this conversation when we were starting to work in Middle West, and that's when I switched my inking style a lot. And it was like because I knew his stuff before us, and then after, obviously, it was so gestural and
Right.
you know, and I was like, how do I get there? Basically, I was like, listen,
Right.
I want my line work to have that flavor, that feeling of I guess it's just being more gestural and having more energy in your line work.
And what advice did he give you when you asked him that?
Actually, it was funny because we were talking about it, and I was like, you know who I like really love, and it was Ashley Wood, and I was like, I love Ashley Wood's inking. It's insane. And I was looking at I think it was inking, which I think you also do, Jim, with the pilots. Yeah, you're literally doing one right now.
Using it right now.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, oh, I want to try with that. And then Scotty was like, Ashley Wood was one that also was kind of like what he was looking at, trying to figure out his inking. And I was like, oh, this is wild because you went more organic, and I want to go more in the chisel kind of direction, where you get like those contrasts between very thick and thin. So that's kind of where we ended up being. I don't know, man. I've been lucky, and also it's horrifying on this end, but I've been lucky that I keep getting books with people who the writer is a better artist than I am. And so it's been good to kind of learn that way, because it's a different conversation, obviously, when you have that person that you can rely on and be like, hey, sure. I know you understand where this is coming from. Like, what is like, how can I get there? How can I get to what I want to right now? And yeah, it's been like that with him. And again, now I'm working with Daniel, and when you were talking about, oh, you guys approach, the Transformers in this way, I was like, oh, it's just been lucky that I wasn't the first artist, and Daniel already kind of figured out a lot of stuff that I was like, oh, this is how I can play with this shapes and how much I can push it and stuff like that. So again, it's horrifying because it's like, what am I even doing here? But at the same time, I learned so much from the projects. Yeah.
Right. You've earned your place, man. You got it. But that was something that was some on my list of things to ask you. Was it's interesting that like your most recent, and I think your most successful and impressive collaborations have been with writers that are also artists.
Oh man, it didn't.
So I'm assuming that means it's an added advantage where you can actually talk visually with your collaborators. And I don't know if it's to the point where, I'm assuming with Scotty, you guys are sitting down and Scotty's kind of like, well, okay, so what do you want to draw? Like, what are we sort of doing here? With Daniel, obviously he's going to write Transformers because he's doing the Transformers book. You're the new guy working on it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm assuming Daniel already sort of has the direction for the issues that you're drawing and stuff like that. But is it more advantageous, obviously, to have these really strong visual guys, as your teammates, basically?
It's been, again, I've been lucky that I haven't had like necessarily like a nightmare situation with whoever I've worked, whether writer, artist, whatever. So I'm lucky, and I should really find wood around me so I can knock it right now, because that seems like just me completely jinxing myself. But
right.
Yeah. But at the same time, obviously it's different processes with Scotty. We've done our creator-owned stuff, and we started with Middle West, which already obviously he had an idea of what that was, and the lucky part there was that we kind of like buy with the same approach in that one. Like we knew we both kind of had the same reaction to, okay, so this is what this could look like, this kind of story, this kind of setting, all of this thing. And I mean, that's why we've done 3 books by this point together, is because we realized that we can work really well together. After that, yes, we started obviously doing more from inception, kind of collaborated on what's going to be the next book, what's going to be about, and that one did have a lot more of, okay, what do we want to draw? What do you want to write? Kind of what things we haven't done that we want to do, and yeah, I mean, to a degree, again, it's good because there's someone who knows kind of what you're doing or has been in the same position that you have. So having them being like, kind of having your back in that way really does change the situation, right? Like it allows you a little bit more of room or freedom to experiment and try new things, and that if they come back and tell you it's like, oh, this is working, this is not working, it's from a point of view that you can be, oh, okay, so like as an artist, it's like, this is what you're seeing that can work, this is what you're seeing that we could change, that we can improve, and that kind of thing, that kind of collaborative process I do enjoy a lot. Yeah,
it's funny, man, because I imagine you and Scotty maybe sitting at the Peanut and having a drink, and you talking about Ain't No Grave, and Scotty's like, there's this hardcore death character, and you just being like, can the death character be just flowing fabric? Ragged, flowing fabric.
Man, yeah,
and it will be, and Scotty's like, maybe, and you're like, but it's gonna be the most fucking awesome fabric.
No,
you see, and he's like, okay, that's cool. Do the fabric.
It was actually Sarah Stern who she's done a bunch of coloring. We did Bad Girls together, and she's part of my studio. And she saw me working on the death, sequence or pages on the last issue of Ain't No Grave, and she's like, that when people do like a character dressed in black, almost like a silhouette, is to save some time. And here you are drawing.
That's funny.
Every stupid fold of this guy,
right?
Just making your life, miserable. And it's like, this is what I like. I don't know what to tell you.
That's like a typical artist move. Is not realizing that you've complicated your own life with something that could have just.
I'm good at that. I am good.
Yeah.
It's like you could have saved 5 days worth of work by just doing it this way.
Oh yeah, it could have been a bucket drop. It could have been just like do a silhouette and then just fill in. But oh my god, yeah. So I was like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I did this to myself, and I'm enjoying every single moment.
That's what matters, though. That's why. I mean, one of the things I'm always curious about with other artists is like, are you having fun making the work?
Yeah.
Are you having fun doing what you're supposed to be doing? Some artists are tortured and are miserable when they're working. I can't work that way. Like I can't physically do the work and be in
agony.
Yeah, in that kind of headspace. Like it just doesn't. Just can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I bet there's so many different approaches, but even I don't know. There has to be a satisfaction at the end that is the thing that you cannot escape from, right? Like there's you can be as tortured as you want, but there has to be something that once you see it all done, it's like, okay, this is why. Like this has to be why I spend so many hours hunching over the drafting table.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah,
it's gotta be. Sean? Am I doing good without a brush?
You're killing it, man, dude. Yeah,
crushing it.
I love what you're doing.
Am I getting the seal of approval with no brush in the inside?
So there's some brush in the hood. No, don't try to pull one over on me, Jorge. But actually, guys, if I can derail the show for 2 seconds, this show is about craft. So this nib just died on me.
Okay.
It's a little split. So I've got a new nib I'm going to put in, but I want to show you guys because when I was a teacher, my students always would complain about this. When you get a new nib, there's factory oil on the nib from it being made. So you have to burn it off or use alcohol or like Windex to cut it off. I mean to wipe it off, but you can just burn it off like I just did, and it'll get rid of the oil. So if you get a new nib and you dip it in ink and it won't hold any ink, that's why. So you got to get rid of that oil. All right, back to our
chemistry.
show.
That's chemistry, baby.
Just quickly, while we're derailed, we did have another question similar to that. Oh, that's the wrong one. Can you insert Pilot Universal in a ballpoint pen?
That's wait,
Can
what?
you insert the Pilot Universal
in a ballpoint pen? Oh, that's for you, man.
Wait, what is it? Can
in
you
a
insert the
ballpoint?
What's a Pilot Universal?
I'm assuming the ink, Pilot ink,
I
or
don't
the
know.
sort of crafty ones.
No, I mean I don't think you can. I mean a ballpoint pen. I don't think there's the option of putting any other ink in it other than just the ballpoint. That's why you order, or I order anyway, ballpoints in bulk, because you use them and then once they're gone, they're gone. You just toss it and get a new pen going. But does that sound right, Sean? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if they're asking about those converter cartridges that we were showing last time.
Shit.
I don't understand the question. If you can clarify, Pilot Universal what? Then I
There's
can
another
answer.
question for you, Sean. Is that nib
I
in
see
a
that.
lead
No,
holder?
this is an old school nib holder. It's not a lead holder. It's made for nibs. It's all metal with a screw on top. With a screw, like this is a screw device that latches down. It looks like a lead holder because it uses that clutch, just like a lead holder, but it holds nibs.
Nice, man. Your inking is so insane. I freaking love it, man.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
We got some clarification there.
Oh, here.
Sorry, yes. The converter cartridge.
Oh, the converter cartridge. No, because a ballpoint pen uses a totally different system of feeding for the ink. So I don't even think you can put a converter cartridge in it.
Also, quick shout out to Chris from Comic Tropes, who was here to say hi to you guys earlier. I think you might have left
Chris, what's up, man?
Oh, what up, Chris?
Chris is in Japan, I believe. I think he left
No, he's
Hawaii.
I thought he was in Hawaii.
And is Chris, you're in Japan, right? I think he's in Japan now.
I don't know if he's still here. He said he was going to get breakfast, but wanted to say hi to you guys.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That sounds like Japan.
Yeah. I'm gonna say his breakfast sounds like Japan.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Have fun over there, man.
Jim, with the ballpoint, are those waterproof? Can you do stuff after, or
Not really, no. It's just
Okay.
let me grab one. I'm using like the Sharpie gel.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
But the key to it all, man, is I just discovered like in the last year, these ballpoints in the Moleskine sketchbooks, that you can get at like Dick Blick or whatever. It's just like butter, man, going on to the paper.
really?
So this is like one of my daily exercises, but I wouldn't really use these pens on like Bristol or it's basically engineered to work on this super smooth, really soft moleskin.
Oh, that's really cool.
And I'm doing this crazy like hyper detailed line work exercises in these.
Yeah, which is really nice, man.
It's just fun, man. It's just and it by doing it straight in ballpoint, it's teaching me to be more aware of just like design and shape and then that kind of I'm trying to bring that into my more comic style work and my variant covers that I'm doing and just overall, man, it's just kind of helping my brain with like design decisions and
more than just rendering.
Yeah,
like it's
I
helping
think
you
so.
in the design and the layout kind of stage of it all.
Yeah, because since I'm freestyling with it, I'm usually using photo reference for the poses. So I'm basically making decisions of like, okay, if I start with just this figure, which I did on this piece, and then just start building around it and then I have, you know, the water bubbles and all this textural stuff that kind of creates this flow. These are all sort of design decisions that I don't think I would normally plan out.
Until you started. Okay, I see.
Until I am just in it, you know. But yeah, it's just fun, man.
No. I mean, and they look like that. So, but it's wild that is. Yeah, I would have assumed that it would have been more of a rendering thing that you would figure out just switching your tools, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's I guess it's a little bit of both, but it's also you know, I'm already so set on like my tools with my sort of everyday work that it seems like the ballpoint is, it's also, I always do them in the morning, and so there's no thought involved or decision making. It's very easy. It's like grab a stack of fresh ballpoints, make sure they all work, grab the moleskin, go to the local coffee shop in the neighborhood, have an hour or 2 hour start to the day where I don't really have to think about anything yet, except for just kind of getting loose for the day. And then, man, it excites me that much more to get to my actual studio work later in the day, because I feel like I've already broken down the barrier of getting going.
Yeah, you know, I listened to this book. It was about, I forget what it was about, but it was talking about procrastination and how that task that you're not looking forward to looms over you all day because you know it's going to be hard. Yeah. So it suggested when you get into your office or your work area, and everyone, you know, usually start with emails and doing the casual stuff. The book was like, just take 15 minutes and go, just put 15 minutes, no more, into that hard task. And then go do your emails and shit. And like Jim just said, you find yourself like then excited to get to it when you get to sit down and get busy with it. Because your brain, it gives your gray matter like something to work on while you're doing the emails. So you're figuring shit out even though you don't even know it, and it becomes a lot less intimidating.
Yeah, it just
yeah.
Jorge, do you get to work right away? Like, do you kind of have a daily routine set schedule with studio time? And
in general, kind of like the nothing. I feel like, you know, life always happens and something happens, but yeah, for the most part, I try to be here, not necessarily super early because I'm never a morning person, but I work better later than earlier. But at the same time, I don't know. I've always, you know, I know, people who is like, oh, this is my morning warm up or something like that, and I was like, I've never been able to do that. My brain is like, why are you drawing this when you should be doing whatever page you need to be doing right now? So I'm always like, I love it because, again, I feel like that's a lot of time, like you're saying, like you get to experiment and do stuff that later on you can incorporate into your own work. But I've never been quite able to do that. And I think we were talking a little bit before we started, but I kind of do miss the time to sketch and kind of like draw a doodle for myself and not necessarily for a project.
Right.
Yeah, which I do miss that a lot. But at the same time, I don't know, man. Drawing is drawing for me, and that's my happy place. So if I'm doing it for an issue, or if I'm doing it for me, like that serotonin kind of thing just happens.
Oh yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. But I mean, your thing is like you just being in the grind of making basically monthly comics. I mean, that there's really no room to work in a sketchbook if you're on that schedule. Like, I totally understand that. I always stress to like younger artists, I'm like, man, you gotta work in a sketchbook. You gotta like do your thing. But at the same time, I realize not everyone has that schedule. But people always ask me about, how do you do this or how do you do that? How do you develop a style? How do you do that? And for me personally, the answer to all of those questions is always, I've just always worked in a sketchbook basically every day of my life. That's how I figured all this shit out. And I also figured it out doing the actual work and doing the gigs. Obviously. But, you know, that can be painful because your stuff's getting published and all my old stuff isn't great to me. You know,
I don't know, man.
It's fine.
I still remember that Spider-Man versus the beach, was it? Where Sandman was? That one is funny. One that stayed with me, and that one is, God, it has to be a couple decades by this point.
It's early 2000s, and Zeb Wells wrote that, actually.
Man, that issue, just for those 2 issues, right? It was a 2-issue thing.
It was 2 issues. Yeah, it was.
Was that Tangled Web? Was that Tangled Web?
No, it was Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man. Okay. And it's been, I mean, that's a different era because like Marvel was still allowing people to do just straight up like comedy issues of Spider-Man. So
because that was a whole spoof of the MTV kind of scene, right?
The Beach House.
Yeah. God, I love
that. Yeah, that was a thing where like, you know, I became buddies with Axel Alonso through Brian Bendis, and Axel would call me whenever he thought, you know, we could do something a bit off the beaten path, and usually Spider-Man related, and usually just a 1 or 2 issue kind of thing, you know, just so they wouldn't completely piss off the fanboys of the regular comic. You know, because I found out years later that like all that early 2000s shit, most of the regular monthly readers did not like that stuff. You know, the editor Axel loved it because he's like, it's something different. Like, we're used to seeing the same shit every single day in and out of this office. So he's like, for me, it was a fun break to be able to see like Peter Bagg do a Spider-Man one shot or something like that, you know?
Right.
Those, I remember there was only one place that would import comics back in Maracaibo, my hometown, and so like I was like, whatever I can get at this store is what I'm gonna get. So it was mostly just Marvel, DC, and then Wizard. So I could see all the things that I was missing from Wizard, and then the rest was just getting whatever was happening with X-Men and Batman or whatever. So I remember those issues, and I was like, man, it was just fun. It was just 2 fun issues of Spider-Man in his underwear.
I know.
Yeah. With like the coffee and everyone just being caffeinated to get more drama out of the thing, and I was like, this is so damn funny.
And Kyle Baker did the covers, which I'm a huge Kyle Baker fan. So I specifically remember the day that I was on the phone with Axel, and he's like, and I got Kyle Baker on covers. I'm like, this is going to be the greatest 2 issues of Peter Parker that has ever been done. Like, this is going to fucking blow people's minds. And the book comes out, and the regular Marvel zombies are probably like, what is this?
What's happening?
Yeah. Oh man, if it makes you feel any better, it was a tiny boy in Venezuela just devouring that shit at that point.
That does make me feel better. Fuck it. That's awesome. I appreciate that. When did you discover comics? Like, were you were a kid?
Yeah, man. It had to be, I mean, time-wise, I don't know. So I obviously was a fan of cartoons, and then, you know, superheroes. I grew up with obviously the Tim Burton Batman movies and
Oh yeah.
you know, all those things. But then Super Friends, and then freaking Batman the Animated Series came out and completely wrecked my life.
So good.
Me too.
So good, man. And
So good.
and then that was my kind of like, oh, this is what a serious like comic plot could be, right? Or like a superhero, not comic, but it was a superhero plot could be. It was Batman the Animated Series. And then I was on a family trip, and I think it was in Aruba, and the grocery store had, you know, comics and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I see this. One of the comics was flipped. So I was looking at the advertising in the back, and the advertising in the back was for Batman the Animated Series. It was for like the VHS or whatever it was. And I flip it around, and it's a Batman comic, and I was like, oh shit, this is like a picture book. It's a picture book of Batman, and it was Kelly Jones doing the Contagion.
Yeah.
When I saw those ears, I was like, this is my life now. Absolutely leaving everything behind. This is what I want to consume. This is what I want to draw. Because obviously as a kid, animation was, you know, liking to draw and stuff like that. I could try to draw whatever, The Lion King or Aladdin or whatever the movie was. But it was not animated. But comics was the thing that I could, in theory, do one-to-one, right? Like I could draw that static picture and tell the story that way. And that thought clicking in my head just changed everything. And from then on, I just started, you know, collecting and obviously my English wasn't what it is back in the day. So for me, it was reading the books just from the images, just taking the images, and trying to figure out the story. And I was also obsessed with the Spider-Man cartoon. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I know these characters. I know kind of like what their whole thing is. I just, you know, don't know necessarily what's happening in this book word for word. But yeah, that was my introduction to the Clone Saga for Spider-Man. That was my getting to know Nightwing before he showed up in the cartoon, and stuff like that eventually clicked. But that was it, man. And then so I've always had family here in the States. So when I would come and visit family, I would go to the grocery stores and get comics and whatever. And then one time, we were staying at this hotel, and then I think it was my dad or my mom just asked the guy at the front desk, "Is like, hey, where can I find like, you know, comics and stuff?" And the guy is like, "Well, there's a comic book shop like 2 streets from here or whatever." And I was like, "What do you mean a comic book shop?"
Yeah.
What do you mean a thing dedicated only for this? And that that changed everything. So
I remember the first comic book shop experience was like magic.
It's wild, man. It's wild. Just to be
surrounded. Long boxes everywhere. Mm-hmm. The smell was like
dude, just the fact that like, again, like I came from like, you know, Batman, Spider-Man, whatever, and then it was suddenly it's like, do you like the Pit? And I was like, what? And I was like, yes. I was like, what is this? What are all these things?
Excuse me, the Pit.
Yeah. I mean, it was also like, you know, Spawn was in the just completely, you know, taking over comics, and I was like, oh no, so many chains. I love it. So he was also getting into that, and because I wasn't necessarily reading them because I didn't know English that well. It was just, oh, this looks insane and cool. I want this book. So it was just going through the pictures and the characters and the stuff. So that was my introduction to all of this. Eventually later on, when I found that one bookstore back home that imported comics and Wizard magazine, then I saw, all the Hellboy was through Wizard, and a bunch of other, like Watchmen was through Wizard, that I discovered what that was. Yeah. So I don't know, man. It was a whole journey, but it was a lot of fun.
Whole new world, man. Yeah, it was funny because as a kid, I only knew comics from going to the grocery store with my mom once a week, and they had a magazine rack with comic books and Mad Magazine and stuff, but it was only Marvel and DC. And then at some point, I don't know if it was my mom or my dad, but someone was looking through the yellow pages when you had to have the yellow pages at home to find out about stuff. And one of my parents was like, there's a whole store dedicated to just comic books. And I like jumped out of my seat, I'm like, wait, what? And they're like, there's this place. It's called Bob's Comics. It's not too far from here. We can check it out on the weekend. And dude, I was hooked after that.
Yeah.
After going into the store for the first time, I was just a total addict, for comics. It was funny. It was not a moment's hesitation of like, well, this is definitely for me,
right?
Pretty fun.
No, there's something I feel like I missed that. I mean, again, we have so much access to stuff right now. I mean, to everything basically, that I kind of miss. Like, again, it was back in the day when I was also discovering like anime and stuff like that. It was such a treasure to find things, and now it's like, well, Netflix just dropped the new season of. And I was like, okay, I guess everyone in the world is looking at this now.
Right.
Sure.
But back in the day, it was like, oh, no, it's like, no, I found this one guy who has a copy VHS of Trigun. It's like, it's this fantasy.
Yes.
It's like, what are you talking about? It's like, well, I guess I need to be friends with that weirdo now.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Yeah. I need to see what this Trigun is. And I don't know. And it was the same with comics, and I feel like I missed that. I mean, it was also the DeviantArt and back in the day, Google Reader, and finding someone's blog who was like talking about comics and kind of like, discovering things from there.
Oh yeah. But I talk to Scotty about that all the time, the blog era, and
right.
Like when everyone, you'd wake up in the morning and that was kind of part of your routine, is just checking out everybody's blog and
dopeness.
having these big, images to look at every day, and much different than just seeing that little square on your Instagram. I mean, that's fine. It's effective. It communicates the idea, but it's also that's why I love having my work available at conventions, even if people can't buy my originals. They're actually seeing the 11 by 17 inch work, as opposed to that little square on their Instagram screen. Is how people digest the work that you're doing. It's kind of a crazy idea.
Yeah.
It doesn't do justice to the work, really. But
no.
That's where we're at.
It kind of like blends, right? Like back in the day, like you were kind of looking for that, and now it's like, well, that's my aunt, and also Jim's new drawing of
right.
It's a different mood when everything is kind of like put together that way. It's like, oh, okay, cool, yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's like, here's someone's sandwich photo. Just posted.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, cool. Look, a new comic from this guy, and then also, look at that. Someone is in the hospital. It's like, whoa. It's a whiplash effect that kind of like, I don't know. But I don't know, man. I do enjoy every now and then when you get that rush, that kind of like old rush of like, wait, I think I found something, and this is not just someone's post, and I think this is really cool.
Oh yeah. I mean, I still, I'm always with comics, movies, and music. I'm still always kind of hunting for things that might be new or old, usually old, just things that I never really was able to spend the time on, or and you can kind of get excited discovering something that is new to you, but obviously it's
no, absolutely,
an old thing,
yeah.
Like for example, Jorge, the movie Step Up to the Streets.
What a discovery, huh? What a
dude.
thing that no one has talked about.
Sean, do you know about Step Up to the Streets?
No, I was just about to ask. Tell me.
Oh, Jesus. So wait, okay, well, let me start here. So Jorge, did you, in reference to you appearing on the show tonight, you posted in your Instagram stories an image from Step Up to the Streets.
Yes, I saw that.
It was like, what's your, are you obsessed with the movie like I am? Is what I'm trying to ask.
To a degree, yes. It was also, that movie broke me. Morgan was the one who showed me that movie and changed my life since.
Your wife, Morgan.
Yeah, my wife Morgan. Yeah. It wasn't the marriage.
She's a super talented artist.
A fellow comic book artist, and then it wasn't the fact that we got married changed my life that way. No, she showed me Step Up to the Streets, and it was like I cannot hear the word streets now without just like screaming about to the streets. Like it's something that we do. It's like if someone says streets, and then you guys in the promo were like, "Oh, he's from the streets," and I was like, "Oh shit."
Oh, they're okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the connection. But yeah, that movie.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
Okay, because dude, like, okay, maybe Morgan and I are distant cousins or something like that. But so I don't even know where to begin with this. But okay, so Sean, Step Up.
Wait, To the Streets. Or the franchise. Are we talking about the franchise?
The first one? The first movie was just called Step Up.
Yes.
It was a dance movie.
Yeah.
So Sean, it's just a dance movie. It's like a hip hop battle dance movie, whatever.
With
like
Shannon Tatum.
Bring It On or whatever.
Yeah.
But Sean, Step Up to the Streets. Jimmy, can we get the movie poster on screen for Step Up to the Streets?
Try and find
it. Okay. And Jamie, it's Step Up and the number 2. The Streets.
Oh, Jim, I'm very familiar with Step Up to the Streets.
Jeez, Jamie's in on it too.
Okay.
Sean, we need to make this a movie date.
So as I'm talking about it now, I'm thinking we need to. Chris and I need to review this on Trash Movie Bonanza, our YouTube movie. So okay, I'll just make it really short. So, as a joke, Jorge, when I was still living in LA and Step Up to the Streets came out on DVD, someone gave it to me as like a birthday gift. They found it at Amoeba Records for like $2 or whatever.
Yeah.
So we all watched the movie, laughed our asses off at how bad it was. And then it became this running joke that I would invite people over to my apartment when I was still in LA for after parties. We'd get some drinks, we'd start smoking or whatever. And just as a joke, I would pop in Step Up to the Streets and people be like, what is this you're putting? There it is. There she is.
So low quality.
God, look at that. Look at that. Get ready for your life to be changed, Sean.
Oh my God. Watch it tonight. Watch it with your kids.
We're gonna teach you how this girl who knows how to hip hop from the streets is gonna change the minds of this academy of dancing arts or whatever it was.
Isn't that just the plot for Breaking 2?
It's all the plots. It's the same plot as all of the plots.
So I'd pop the movie on, and people be like, "Oh, this is just a silly thing to watch while we're hanging out for a minute," and then 9 times out of 10, everyone would just get sucked in and we would just wind up watching the whole movie. But
absolutely.
Sean, the best part of the movie is there's this girl who she's like, dressing in like frumpy hip hop clothing in the beginning of the movie.
Oh no.
And, has got her hair up and is wearing baggy clothing. By the end of the movie, Sean, like that image you saw of her on the poster, she's the hottest girl in the world. Her hair's down. She's basically wearing nothing. They're dance battling in the rain. She's soaking wet. Her t-shirt the erect nipples. You can see where I'm going with all this. It's insane. It is preposterous. And she's suddenly the hottest girl in the world. And they, of course, win, the dance battle or whatever. But Jorge, my favorite scene is when she runs into Channing Tatum at the club. And he's like,
because I was going to ask, is he the cousin? Is that how they connected?
Yeah. He only has a cameo in the second movie, but I think I can recite the dialogue verbatim where he runs into the club and he's like, "Yo, what's up, girl? Heard you were at that fancy new school now. Thought you were from, what are you, dissing us on the streets?" And she's like, "Yo, what's up? Cause my mom left me. I am from the streets. What moves you got?" And they go into this dance battle at the club.
Yeah. Oh, hey, wait, sorry. I need to ask Morgan. Morgan, what's the name of the kid? What's the name of the kid? Moose. Yeah, our boy Moose.
Oh, Moose. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
The screech of the movie.
Yeah.
The
holy
Dustin
shit. And then just immediately leaves everyone behind when he starts dancing. It's like it's fucking wild.
Yeah. Morgan, if you're there, I'm so appreciative that you turned Jorge on to the movie. It is.
I'm wearing headphones, but I'll let her know. Let her know your message.
Okay.
Oh man, but yeah, no, it was again. So yeah, so ever since that, and then you in the promo, you were like, he's from the streets, and I was like, shit.
Oh my god. We're gonna next time we hang out, man. We're gonna recreate that. We're gonna have some drinks.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know if you'll be here in Kansas City, but like everyone around us will just think that we lost our minds or something.
We'll have Scotty just like with a hose just pointing upwards, and then
there you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Full effect. Give me just a second. Here.
We had an interesting comment there from Ginger Bear House Studio. He said, "I worked with John Chu, the director of Step Up 2, when I worked with him on the G.I. Joe 2 movie."
Oh shit!
He gave us his Justin Bieber documentary as a gift.
Oh my god! You got to get this guy's contact if you're going to review the movie. He's going to be a good resource.
Oh my god! So wait a minute. The dude who directed Step Up 2 directed G.I. Joe?
That makes sense. That's Shannon Tatum right there, baby. That's the connection.
Oh shit! There you go.
It has to be. Let me double check now before I talk out of my ass. G.I. Joe.
I haven't seen the G.I. Joe movie, so I don't know.
Oh, you're missing peak cinema.
Okay.
Dampin' Ocean's wife is in it.
Oh no shit!
Really?
Yeah, she's I think she's Baroness.
No.
What?
Wait, Sienna Miller?
No, she's in.
I was gonna say, like, wait, I need to research.
I never saw it, but I know she was in the G.I. Joe movie. She was one of the characters.
Oh, that's wild, man.
Elena.
That's hilarious.
So
that's awesome.
Stephen Sommers is the director of the first one. And then John Chu is the director of the second one. So not even the Shannon Tatum heavy one is the one that he's the director of. Yeah.
We are dropping serious knowledge tonight on this episode.
Dude, my favorite thing is that second, and again, this might just be rumors, and I just believe them because I'm a dumbass. But my favorite thing is that the G.I. Joe 2 movie wasn't supposed to have Shannon Tatum because he was in the first one. He was the main guy in the first one. And then the second one, he wasn't supposed to show up, but then he just blew up in the process of between the two. And then they added this like 15-minute scene at the beginning of the second one. Kind of like the, yo, cuss, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Too. It was the same feel. It was exactly the same kind of vibe.
That's funny, man. Because, man, so whenever I would show the movie to anyone, no one knew who Channing Tatum was yet. So whenever his one scene would come on, everyone would be like, this guy is the worst actor. He's obviously a professional dancer because like he dances his ass off. So once he starts dancing, everyone's like, okay, he's just a professional dancer that they put on screen, but he's not an actor. And then all of a sudden he starts turning up in other movies. And I'm like, that's the fucking dude from Step Up to the Streets. Is this guy actually an actor now? Like what? How is this possible, Jorge? Like, what is going on?
Listen, we were just babes who didn't know better, and he was just showing you what the future could be like when you let someone dance and act their ass off.
We have an answer. So Panoshin's wife played the president's secretary in the G.I. Joe movie.
Oh, okay. I was going to be like, holy crap. I was like, Sienna Miller, I think she was married to Jude Law. Like, how is this happening?
Yeah, that Dan's a player.
Yes, again, I need to.
He took Jude Law's wife.
Yeah. Reevaluate some things.
All right, I think I'm finito.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some splattering here and there, and then.
Dude, that looks sick. That's awesome.
Thanks,
all of these pieces look insane, guys.
Really beautiful, man.
Oh, thank you, man.
God damn.
Que bueno.
Nice.
That looks awesome, Jim.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh. Man, it's a whole spectrum here. It's wild. And Sean. Just looking at your the mini image, but it's like, God damn.
Oh, pull it up again. There you go.
Oh. Yes. Oh, looks good.
Nice.
Good.
Jorge, looking dope, dude. Oh, little spritzing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Nothing feels complete now. I've ruined myself.
You gotta have it, man. You gotta have it.
Once you start it, it's over.
Yep.
So Sean, now I want to see Dan Panoshin fight Jude Law.
Yeah. I'll be with him this weekend, so I'll see if I can make that happen.
Get it going. Dan would win.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, absolutely.
I would not fuck with Dan Panoshin ever.
No, absolutely not.
No. This was a good choice to do Doom. This was fun.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Doom's always
Shout
fun.
out to Colin Kaiser Stone.
Oh, Corin's here.
I've emailed it a couple times, but honestly, thank you so much.
Where's Corin? I don't see Corin.
There you
go. Yeah, Corin, we'd love to have you on, dude. That'd be dope.
Definitely. Oh, and West Coast Dave and Vero are here. What up, kids? Good to see you. West Coast has been here the whole time, right, Jamie?
Yeah, Dave's been here the whole time.
Yeah, he's been here.
I haven't shouted out anyone. I was very distracted
you guys
with.
Have been flowing. I've just been letting it go. You guys have been.
Yeah.
I ran errands and dealt with a bunch of bullshit today, and I didn't get a chance to draw. So actually, drawing right now feels really good. Like it feels.
Yeah, it's funny. You guys are talking about not having time to just sketch and play. This show has become that for me. I just create a simple shape and just play with my inks the whole show and learn new shit.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
And then Sean, are you going to bring some of your drawings from the show to Florida?
Yeah, all my live drawings. Actually, why don't we show that?
While Sean's pulling that up, Jim, we had a question for you saying, Jim, could I have a sneak peek at what you will bring to pop culture?
Culture. Oh, in Greece.
I assume so.
Oh, you did Greece?
Let's see this with Jim.
Yeah, I'm leaving next Thursday. Next Wednesday. Greece, Athens, pop culture. Honestly, man, I will have originals. I'll have Ballpoint Slayer art book, Girl Scout trades, and prints at my table. So cruise by and say hello.
All right, so this is one of the portfolio. This is my small portfolio. So this is a study I did for Martian Manhunter, Absolute Martian Manhunter cover. There's the Rhino I did on the show.
Oh, so good.
And then I've got that Hulk we did with Dan, Mr. Daniel.
Nice.
And then I have the Snake Eyes we did.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then the
Joe
study
episode?
for the Rocket Raccoon card. Yeah. A little study for that.
Nice.
And I got the
Dude, your
Superman we
painting
did last.
insane, Sean.
Oh,
Your
thank you,
paintings
sir.
are just so good.
Oh, thank you. These are just the studies, but here's the Medusa
Oh,
study.
that's yeah.
I'll show if I can, and then the Punisher. Remember we did this one too with Paul
Oh, hell yeah.
as a
Yeah.
Satan. So that's the small portfolio, and then I've got the big portfolio. So that's the Medusa card final.
Damn.
So good.
Actually, I'll show you guys this. I have this King Spawn cover painting. Got some good black and whites. Here's my Mojo from Marvel Snap card shit. And what else? Oh, Sue Storm.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
Here we go. Here's the Martian Manhunter cover finished. Let me try to get a better view of that.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy. That's
That
crazy.
is wild, man.
Yeah, so I got a lot of shit. There's a lot more in here too. Oh yeah, here's the Rocket, the original Rocket card.
Nice, man.
And Meek from Planet Hulk.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I got a lot of shit. I'm bringing a lot of shit.
Wow. Jorge, you're repped by, is it Kirby?
Yeah, Kirby.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
How is that going? Is your work available on their website and at conventions? I'm assuming you can get it. Like
Yeah,
either
both,
or?
and then for any inquiry, like you can contact her, and that's. I mean, again, I started working with her about a year or so ago, and it's been going really good, man. All of my Transformer stuff has been through her, and then conventions and just reaching out. We put stuff on the website every now and then. Mostly has been what do you call it? Email list and stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah. But no, it's been great. But yeah, if anyone has any questions about original art and stuff, that's the way to get it.
I mean, I mean, I'm assuming you don't have time. You don't do commissions, right? Because you're just making comics, or am I wrong?
No, yeah. So I've been trying to figure out how to, but I keep jinxing myself and saying like, I just finished that project. I'm gonna have more time, and then I never have more time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, to open up like a list. But at shows lately, what I've been doing is I do smaller commissions and try to do some original art that way for people who want it.
Definitely.
Yeah, that has been mostly my thing. But I do want to take more time. I don't know. I'm so jealous of these commissions that I see, and it's just like beautiful, elaborated pieces with perspective and composition and stuff like that. And I was like, I want to have the time to do stuff like that, but
I know, man. Some of the guys out there and girls doing the commissions that are just like next level. Like I just,
it's wild, man.
It's become a whole other game now. It's pretty crazy. I don't really have time to do commissions, and but also I want to make books. I'm on this new kick of just wanting to make my own books and publish my own shit and kickstart it and do my own thing. And so I really just want to spend my time making that stuff,
No, that makes sense.
And doing a one-off piece for someone, I mean, that's cool, but it's also, I just feel like it's way more productive to just make stuff that everybody can consume.
No, absolutely.
Like make a book. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think what I want to do, we'll see how much I can, maybe this year or next, is try to do just a book with all my inks and stuff.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Just showing off some of that. Again, I haven't done an art, even a sketchbook, in forever. So it would be fun to just do, a collection of all the black and white work.
So can we expect an artist edition from you?
I don't know, man. We'll see.
That'd be the shit. That would be.
It would be a lot of fun. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, no, for sure, it would be fun to just put I don't know, man. I again, just because, and that's the thing, right? Like those are the things that I would look up for back in the day. Like that's what I wanted to see from the artists that I like and stuff like that. Is like, oh, I want to see what your process looks like. I want to see what your inks look like. I want to see, not necessarily just the final piece. So
completely, yeah,
trying to do a little bit more of that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, it's just the time, like we talked about. It's just the timing of everything. It's
absolutely,
But man, am I the last one drawing here? What's going on?
Yeah, baby.
Oh shit!
You're going nuts.
You have to step up.
What time is it? Oh, we ended. Are we ending early tonight? Should we wrap it?
I'm down to. I mean, you can finish. I'm down to just keep looking at you. Just working that pilot off.
I'm getting some like Kirby crackle in here.
I do like it. I do like it a lot.
Getting some Kirby, and then guys, Jamie. I mean, Sean and Jorge can leave, but Jamie, you're going to stay with me for the next 2 hours. This whole background, Kirby crackle, and I'm probably going to do like a Galactus, and then like a little Silver Surfer.
3-point perspective. It's just going to be.
It's going to be like a little.
It's almost 2 a.m., Jim. I'm here till 5. Let's go.
Okay. Jamie,
oh shit!
I'm just gonna show you what I'm gonna do, Jamie. Little Silver Surfer.
Nice.
There he is. It's gonna go up there. This is my plan for you, Jamie. And then little streak, and then more crackle, more.
Nice, digging it.
And then maybe giant space cup of coffee, because we all love coffee.
I mean, yes.
Giant space coffee.
You know what?
So that's gonna be going up here, you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
We need to get like a Step Up reference in there somewhere, just like a wee guy dancing.
Just step. Like well, I can do that. Let me show you something. So Jorge, back me up on this. In the beginning, now Sean, here's the whole point of the movie.
Is that
in the beginning?
Is that already Moose?
No. In the beginning of the movie, the girl looks like this.
Oh,
got a hat
with the
on.
Big ass hat. I forgot. Yeah.
She's got big, puffy clothes on.
Yep.
This is what she looks like.
Yep.
Let me hold on a minute here. Baggy pants.
There you go.
Her sneak, and she's like, "What's up? I'm from the streets." And then at the end of the movie, Sean,
straight up the dialogue of the movie.
She's wet hair. And she's this. It's incredible, the transformation.
You know what I love about this movie, though?
Oh my god, this blotch!
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah. That's a little bit. That's a little bit. Yeah. No,
Jamie, cut all of this out of the show. Cut all of this out of the show, Jamie.
My favorite shit about that movie, and it's the wild thing, the twist on a well-known plot of this movie, is that by the end of the movie, she basically, because that's the thing, right? She's from the streets, goes to the academy, makes friends with the academy people, teaches them how to be part of the streets, and then, but in the process of doing that, she angers her old street gang, and then they have the competition come in. And the competition, like opposite to every other movie that has this plot, the competition is like, no. I'm gonna bring the rich kids here, and I'm gonna show the from the streets kids here that they don't have any game. And
That's true.
That's the message at the end of the movie. That is like, no. The Academy guys, those are the guys. The stuck-ups, yeah, those are the ones that actually deserve to win this thing. Fuck the streets.
That's actually very.
Jim, you're getting a lot of comments for your street bush.
Oh, God. Dude, that was the craziest happy accident.
Dude, that's
Wait. I'm gonna just.
Oh boy.
Just wide it out.
She's getting waxed. Okay.
There we go.
That's how a real artist operates,
Yeah,
you guys.
there you go.
Think on your feet, think on your toes.
Yeah. Step up.
And then she has like really big, beautiful eyes, hot eyes, nice eyebrows, little nose. And then, she's and she's wet.
Dave
So
just said now she's from the Brazilian streets. Oh shit.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was good.
Let me officially.
There we go.
I need someone when
There
this
we
goes
go.
up on YouTube. When this goes on
Who?
YouTube, I need a counter of how many times we said the streets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, this piece will be available. I'm gonna.
I want it.
This will.
I want
yeah,
it. I'll go to your shitty mailbox that loses packages and steal this.
Tell you what, Jorge. Next time you come, I'll hold this.
Please do.
Next time you come out here, I'll just give this to you.
Wait,
With the peanut.
David's bidding $100 for it right now. Jim.
Oh,
shit.
God damn it. I cannot. This episode of Inkpulp Live brought to you by Step Up to the Streets.
Oh my God.
Watch it now on TNT. We have character.
You all wanted a sponsor. We got a sponsor.
Yeah.
Oh man, and also this could be a future episode later in the year. Why don't we have Jorge back on the show and then we'll just all watch Step Up to the Streets together?
I absolutely will love this.
Are we drawing?
We'll do
Are we
just a
drawing,
watch
or are we
along.
Just watching. Okay.
We're just watching the movie.
Yeah, you can bring your sketchbook. You
Jim,
can get
Jim,
some reference
you can't-
poses out of it.
You can't put a price on the streets, Jim.
Mm.
From
I know
Venezuela
that now.
To Brazil.
You guys
Yep.
are killing me. You guys are killing me.
Dude, I've learned so much during this episode. This is
Mostly about the filmography of Shannon Tatum.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and hold on real quick. Sean, I did want to mention
Yeah.
also I did go to the PO box and we got something from Ryan Berry. I'm going to hide his address here. We'll be opening this on our next show. And I got something from our homeboy Alejandro Fuentes, and I'll hide his address here. But you guys, your packages showed up safely, so we'll be unboxing this stuff.
So
Next time.
guys, we're gonna do mailbag. I think the date it's like a month from today. Hold on one sec. I'll tell you exactly when it is. Because the next episode we have a guest, and then we're doing the mailbag on the following. So we are doing. Here it is on February 26th. We'll be doing mailbag. Yeah.
And can we announce our next
Yeah.
guest?
Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
It is the one and only Eric Talbot, you guys.
Hell yes.
That is February 12th. I have to look at my phone. And for those that don't know, Eric was a part of the original Mirage Studios gang, original Ninja Turtles, black and white comics. He worked with Simon Bisley and Kevin Eastman on Melting Pot at Tundra.
That's awesome. Dude,
He's
I
a
remember
super
that.
talented artist, and he's also a tattoo artist as well. So, Sean, you can talk tattoo.
Oh, I've got
business
questions.
with him,
Yeah,
and
I like his tattoos. Yeah, I got questions.
it's gonna be awesome, man.
Dude.
should we switch our cameras over and just say goodbye to everybody?
Yeah. I'll do that right now.
I'll do the sprinklers right now so we can have that wet look. There we go.
So, incredible drawing techniques and knowledge tonight, and also an impromptu movie review of Step Up to the Streets. Look at that.
It's just my life.
Dude, Jorge, thank you.
No, absolutely.
Thank you so much for doing this. This was Jorge, so awesome, man.
Yeah, this was great. This was a really fun show. Thank you for coming.
No, absolutely. Thank you guys for having me.
And Jorge, I got to specifically thank you for bringing the streets to Inkpulp Live.
Oh my God.
To the streets.
While we're still here, Jamie, did we miss any? Like, I didn't really see the chat at all tonight. I apologize.
Yeah, Dave, I will see you Friday. I'm taking Dave for his first Cuban coffee experience.
Oh, holy shit!
Awesome.
Really? My family's half Cuban, so this is the whole. Yeah. Oh, I know. Absolutely no. Are you going to like a bakery or what's happening?
I found a Cuban. It's a full Cuban restaurant, but they specialize in their breakfast and coffees. So I'm going to take him and get his first.
So you're getting some croquetas, some papas.
Yeah. Oh, definitely croquetas.
Okay.
Hopefully some pastelitos.
Some pastelitos. Yeah. Some ground beef. Yeah. No. You desperately. Yeah. No. That's
I definitely
need to
want
go to Miami just so.
Yeah, well, South Beach is my favorite. Yeah, I mean, this is Orlando. It's not Miami, but
you're still listen. It's closer than Denver. We have nothing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So if I'm lucky, they'll have a guava and cheese pastelito, and I'll be happy.
Yes, which is still pretty good.
Oh,
I'm jealous of all that. Dave, thanks for joining us, man. All you guys. Also, someone asked if we were going to Chicago. I guess that means C2E2.
I am hoping to. I'm waiting.
Jorge, you're going to be there.
Yes.
Yeah, Mateo and I both applied for a table. We're waiting to hear back.
Oh, nice.
I did not apply, but Sean, I already told you. Now that I know you guys are all going, and I'm in Kansas City, I'll probably just go to hang out for the weekend.
Let's hang.
It's next door to me. It's not like why wouldn't? Yeah, I should just go.
And let's go out to dinner, Jorge. Let's all go out to dinner, and we can talk about the streets.
Yeah.
No, Jorge, it's like this. This is Channing Tatum. He's like, "What's up, girl? Heard you were at that fancy school, girl. Thought you represented." She's like, "I do represent, yo. My mama left me."
Yo, and then I have to move like this all the time. Like you can't see me standing still.
Step up to C2E2.
Sean, if this becomes my new look at conventions, punch me in the face.
No, I won't let this happen. I need to keep this, preserve this.
With my Tai Chi moves.
Oh, God.
Okay, guys, I think we can call this one.
This orange is no juice left.
Jorge, thank you again, man. This was awesome. Thanks you guys for joining us.
Absolutely.
So great. Take care, everybody.
All right, Jamie, take us out of here.
Peace. To the streets.